Hey, have you seen this? I don't know if seen what happened last night on Saturday Night Live, but I was pretty amazed, and I really want to talk about Timothée Chalamet, Bob Dylan, and the songs that he did on Saturday Night Live. Now, hey, I did a video earlier. I was really anticipating Timothée Chalamet's guest hosting and musical appearance. I wasn't too particularly happy with the comedy aspect of Saturday Night Live. I think it's kind of gone up and down over the years. Hey, I'm one of the guys who watched it when I was a kid and how groundbreaking it was. And I was kind of anxious about what the heck was he going to do? Was he going to be in character, doing Bob Dylan? Who was going to introduce him, and what kind of songs was he going to sing? There was a lot of potential disasters. But let me give you my opinion on the effect of the movie A Complete Unknown and Timothée Chalamet's responsibilities, or what I think he delivers with that. And I'm a Bob Dylan fan, so let's get that out of the way. But I'm also not a crazy Bob Dylan fan. Have I explored his whole catalog? No. And what could have Chalamet done in the music? And by the way, we're going to show the video in a minute, and it's going to be in the description. More importantly, I'm really interested in your take and your comments on his performance on Saturday Night Live last night, which was January 25th. I think he could have gone in a lot of different directions. But what I think is important, I believe, as a response to this movie, Timothy is really, and I've heard him say this and other people say this, is that he's really a bridge to take Bob Dylan's music to a younger or new audience. And I think that's effectually what he did last night on Saturday Night Live. And could he have done popular Dylan tunes that we all know? Yeah, but he didn't do that. And I'm going to focus in this video on a song that he did. And what was beautiful about it, he didn't do it in the character of Dylan. He did it in his own voice, which I believe. And that is Tomorrow is a Long Time is the name of the song. It's on Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits 2, I believe. But it was one of those things, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, God, this is such a beautiful song. And what I love what they did, what Saturday Night Live did, whoever made that decision, and he kind of points to it early in his monologue that he's going to sing an obscure Bob Dylan song. And listen to the song, beautiful song. I encourage you to go in the description and pull up the YouTube link for this. But I had to look it up. Tomorrow is a Long Time. I'm like, is this a Dylan tune? So it gave that mystery to me as well. I think he did a perfect job with it. And I try to put myself in the shoes of a younger person, and they probably did what I did. By the way, I didn't stay up to watch Saturday Night Live. I'm an old man, right? I watched the monologue in the beginning. It was okay, And then I was just kind of exhausted. I said, screw it. I'll do what I usually do, and I'll go onto YouTube in the morning and check out what happened. And I didn't watch the whole show. I'll probably watch it later, maybe. I went to this football today. But I did watch the songs that they did, and we'll get back to a little later about the first two songs that he did, which were rockin'. But then I saw him do Tomorrow is a Long Time. And I'm like, oh, okay, is this an original song? Is this a Dylan song? I Googled it. I had to look it up, of course. It's a Dylan song, and that's what I think is amazing, is that even for the people of my generation, above 60, we all know the popular, Dylan songs like a Rolling Stone, Times Are Changing, Hurricane. I can go on and on. Everyone has their favorite. But I got to ask you a question. Has anyone ever said this to you? Hey, you know what? You're not the right messenger for that. Sometimes it's hard to hear that. And I think Dylan is sometimes, and if you look back early in his career, was not the messenger for his music, at least to get it out into the world, into the popular audience. I was talking to some friends at church this morning. They said, yeah, if you think about it, the Byrds covered Dylan, and many people covered Dylan early on. But then Bob being Bob, hey, great singer-songwriter, but crazy voice. Like my voice is gravelly this morning. I think it's a voice of the people. I think a couple things can happen with Dylan, with some people. You like him, you like, just brush him off, saying the guy can't sing. But then you get into the depth of his catalog, into him reflecting what's happening in the times, particularly social justice. I love what he did, particularly with the song Hurricane, which Scarlett Rivera is on. By the way, I got to interview Scarlett Rivera, so check out that episode, The Mysterious Woman Behind Bob Dylan. Very interesting take on her relationship and how Dylan found her on the streets of New York. So there's that aspect of Dylan, but he kept on going. He's still going strong. I don't know if strong's the right word. He's still touring, playing his music, and it's got to be a struggle. His voice is harsh. He's up there in age, but he keeps on going out. He's playing more piano now, less guitar, from what I understand. But back to Timothée Chalamet. So what I envision and what I think was nice about what he did with this song, Tomorrow's a Long Time Again, Tomorrow is a Long Time, is going to be in the description below. So if you want to jump to that and then come back to the rest of the commentary, it has for me, it had mystery because I wasn't so deep into Dylan that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a Dylan song. And I think that's going to trigger a younger audience to say, oh my God, that's Bob Dylan. Okay, and I spoke to my pastor this morning, and he goes, you could say a Bob Dylan song, I wouldn't know it. It's like, guys, busting his nuts a little bit. And I spoke about this song that we used to sing. We had a contemporary Christian band in a Catholic church, which was super number of years ago. And that's another story for another episode. But we brought Bob Dylan's song, which a lot of people think is just an Adele song, which is Make You Feel My Love. And so when he said he didn't know a particular Bob Dylan song, he said, I got one for you. It's called Make You Feel My Love. You've heard Adele sing it. For those who don't know, when the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the shadows of the stars appear, screw up lyrics, to dry your tears. Anyway, it goes on and on. I could hold you for a million years. I go crawling down the avenue. And he kind of lit up a little bit about this. And then I equated, because I heard a priest talk to me about it. And everyone has their interpretations of songs, but what I related to him was, and how we were able to sing this in church, we had explained this for the song, so we didn't have the old church ladies busting our balls, is that look at that particular song in the eyes of Christ, and who else could love you for a million years? Who else could go crawling down the avenue? His passion, that sort of thing. So it's interesting where music can take you. I think music heals the world. But what I'm really, really excited about is, one, taking my own music discovery. That's what the Long Island Sound is all about, music discovery, and discovering more of Bob Dylan and more of his obscure stuff, and playing it and making it part of my repertoire, even though I have a lousy voice. And that's my hope for people who are real fans of Timothée Chalamet, particularly in the movie A Complete Unknown. It's just a great title. Bob Dylan, to a lot of people, is a complete unknown, mysterious guy, eclectic, eccentric, is changed over the years. And there's what I love about that particular aspect of his personality is that there's more to discover. I just read his book, by the way, which I don't know where I have it, Chronicles Part 1. It's one he won the Nobel Prize for. And it was a great follow-up book. If you see the movie, read the book, because it kind of ties in really tight with his early career, and the people that he recalls are just really, really just amazing. So again, please comment. Thanks for tuning in to the Long Island Sound podcast. I hope to interview again Scarlett Rivera, get her take. She actually went to the opening premiere in Italy with some of the cast members. I should give it a thumbs up, but I really like to get her take on Timothy's and the rest of their performance, because she was a contemporary and the first female musician in Bob Dylan's band. Anyway, going on and on. Hey, as I say, be generous with your joy, keep your spirits high, and let the music take you on a journey. All right, be well, everyone.